All right, we made it. I'm looking, there's a lot of guys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here, all lined up. These are the main, you can just tell by looking at it, these are deeper holes right here. But I'm gonna go to the north side of them. I see a little rip coming in right in there. Maybe there's a fish in there. If there's a fish in here, these guys are gonna get it, but I'm gonna go a little bit off to the side here. So high tide this morning was, I think, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago. So we got outgoing tide this morning. Honestly, it's a little bit low, but that doesn't mean you can't catch them. Especially when you have a good little hole. Sometimes even the lower tides fish better. Depends what the fish are doing. There's only one way to find out, and that's to just keep casting. That's exactly what we're gonna do this morning. And these fish can come in super shallow. I mean, they can be hanging out in like a foot of water, maybe even less sometimes, coming in to feed. So just because it's low tide does not mean that it's impossible to catch these fish. There we go. There we go. There we go. Didn't take long. Maybe the fifth or sixth cast, something like that. Might not be a striper though. I think that might be a perch. No, it's a striper. Or is it a perch? The perch is a huge perch. No, it's a striper. I knew it right in that pocket. I called that one. I called that one for sure. Look at that, right on the Battlestar. Try to make this a quick release. It's bleeding a little bit, but I think he'll be fine. That's the lure that got him right there, the Battlestar. Blue top, pink bottom with the spots down the side. All right, quick release. All right, get this one back in there. Quick release. Oh, wrong direction. There she goes. There she goes. All right, see if we can get another one. Here's the thing, sometimes it's good to follow the crowd, sometimes it's not. Obviously where the crowd is, probably where either the fish are currently biting or they've been biting, fairly recently, as it drew the crowd over there. But personally, I think it's a little bit nicer and even a little more rewarding when you go away from the crowd and you catch fish. Probably a little bit tougher to do, but gotta say that was a good hit to the confidence right there. Shout out to Battlestar for sponsoring this video. This is the lure that I was using this morning to catch that first fish. This is the Battlestar 115 V2. So this is the second version. The first version was great too. I used it before. I caught plenty of fish on it, perch and striped bass. The V2 is just a new improved model, so the hooks are a little bit stronger. One thing that I would recommend if you're going to be using these specifically for striped bass is to swap out the stock hooks with something a little bit stronger. And Battlestar actually makes replacement hooks. They have the 2X strong, which is what these lures are installed with, so you don't need to replace them to get the 2X strength. But they also make, see if I can find it here. You know what, I think it's in my backpack, but anyways, they make 3X strong, so a little bit stronger than the ones that they come stock with. And these striped bass, the one I caught this morning probably would have been fine with the 2X, but if you're gonna hook a big one, if you're looking for big fish, highly recommend a little bit stronger hooks. You know, those fish, especially the big ones, you know, they're pretty good at straightening out, even strong hooks. So yeah, let's get something a little bit stronger in there. That'd be something that I recommend. But I just wanted to show you a few of the different lures that Battlestar has. So they have this jerkbait, like the one I'm using, all kinds of different colors. And they also have these rib baits. Here's the 3-inch little swim baits. This is the 5-inch. All kinds of different colors on these as well. This is the white with like red flake. And the cool thing about these is they have a little weedless setup. So if you watch, one of my recent videos was fishing for largemouth bass, and we rigged a little plastic weedless so that it wouldn't get snagged on any of the logs or grass that was in the water there. And the same thing, you can do the same thing with these. So you can see with that hook there, actually, by the way, they also sell these hooks, weighted hooks, with the weights kind of, you know, molded onto the hook there. But anyways, yeah, you can rig them up weedless just like that. So that way, if you're fishing in heavy cover, like seaweed, or, yeah, mostly seaweed, I guess, out here in the surf, you can rig it like that and it won't catch up on any of that seaweed. You can fish it right through there. Shouldn't be any problem. There's another local fisherman here on the west coast that designs everything. So all of this is very specific for fishing the surf out here, specifically in California, but I'm sure it works other places as well. So shout out to Battlestar for sponsoring this video. But on that note, we're gonna go find another beach and see if we can find us another fish. All right, we're back. It is now like 7:30. I think we have about an hour left until it gets dark. And yeah, I've been away for a little while, but honestly, this is my favorite time to fish the surf for a few reasons. Well, one, it doesn't require getting up early, which I'm getting worse and worse at, it seems like, over the years. Number two, the bite can be really good this time. The saying goes that the fish bite best when there's low light conditions like dawn or dusk. So we have exactly that right now. And number three, worst case scenario, you see a nice sunset at the beach. So anyway, we're gonna go cast the lure in for a little while here, see if we can get lucky, connect on a couple fish. Just a lot of good water, but it doesn't seem like there's any fish in there. But I'm really determined to catch one more fish, at least one more fish, before this video is over. So I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and I'll be back for round 3. Third time's a charm. So now it's nighttime. We're looking for striped bass. I don't really know why, but just over the years I've noticed surf perch do not bite at nighttime. They must be visual feeders, whereas striped bass definitely bite at nighttime. Some of my best days have been at nighttime. And I got this headlamp. Well, actually I have a couple of them. So this is my normal headlamp. This is just a, you know, average, ordinary, whatever, your standard headlamp. But I also got this one recently, and hopefully it's charged because I did not charge it. But this is made by a company called Othelmo. You can see that there. But this is supposed to be a 230 degree headlamp. So it's gonna light up everything around me, not just one beam in front of me. It has like this light strip and also this light on the side. So when I turn it on, boom, lots of light coming out of there. Kind of look dorky, but that's fine. No one's gonna see me out there. All right. Still got the same lure tied on. Battlestar. Let's go see if there's any striper out there. So that's the, you probably can't see much, but anyway, a lot more broad spectrum light with the new headlamp. All right, let's get to casting. Oh, that was a bite. Oh, I missed one. Just missed one right there. There we go. Next cast. Oh, it just came off. Dang, there's definitely a school here though. There we go. Got him again. Got him again. Ooh, this one's running. Oh, sorry. Got to turn on my light. So you can see a little bit. Ooh. Pulling a little bit of drag. Pulling a little bit of drag. Come on down. So he's a little wrapped up, but there he is, finally. Third time's the charm. I know you can't see much, but that's definitely a striper. All right, let's pull out the big camera real quick. All right, one of the things you gotta watch out with these, especially at night, where there's a little bit, vision is a little bit hindered. With these jerkbaits, there's 3 big treble hooks, so they can very easily come back and get you. Those 3X hooks got him good. There he is, quick look at him. All right, we'll get a quick release. All right, that was pretty quick. Like I said, I think that was 3 bites and like maybe 5 or 6 casts once I got to this little spot here. So I have a good feeling that there's gonna be more out there. Don't want to jinx anything though. Let's get back in there. There we go. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Ooh. Oh, it's so fun at night. I love fishing at night. Just catch a lure off into the surf. You don't even really know where you're fishing, where your lure is. And then all of a sudden, bang! Striper comes up and grabs it. Ooh, this guy's got some fight to him. Come on down. Ooh, maybe a little chunkier than the last one. Yeah, definitely. Got a couple inches on the last one. Or might be closer to 24, 25. There he is right there. Oh, that lure just fell out. That's the one that got him right there. All right, let's go get him back. That's gonna wrap it up. I stick it out for another half an hour. I think I had one more bite that didn't get hooked. I feel like I could have caught more, but I'm tired. It's been a long day. But in total, 3 striped bass on this lure. If you're gonna be hitting the surf, really anywhere along the California coastline, whether it be for surf perch or for striped bass, definitely a good lure to have in your tackle box. Battlestar also has a bunch of other products, swim baits, different hooks, and yeah, I'll be using some more of those in future videos, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, that one might be out on the kayak, but I don't know, we'll see. For now, gotta go home, get some rest, and get ready for the next adventure. All right, we'll see you on the next one.